We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Undercrush. Alert. Showing it.
From the gun, Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Hines. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play fake, Brissett. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
All day, baby, all day. Hurry, hurry. Buzz, be ready, be ready. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Hey, come on now, come on now.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Now, that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Motion. Block. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Here we go. 58 is the mic. 58.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set. 20. I want that. Give me that ball.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Real.
1st down, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to slither by. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 5 now. Brissett. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Hines. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. first and 10. Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. No score after 1 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Colts pick it up, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They're running it. Tight dog. Let's go. Come on. Check 13. Switch.
Now Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Henry. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a big shot. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I don't think you got it, son. 53's the mark. 53.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 42-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run.
Now a give, right side. Hines. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Watch the pass. Hurry, hurry. .35's the mic. Bring it. Bring it. Run. Mike 35. What's that?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mayfield now. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you can make excuses for each and every one of them, but the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm trying to collect. Check. 53.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Mayfield. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Mayfield on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
53, check 53. Hey, I'm coming.
Brissett from the gun on third. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Hines. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. Third down here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 39. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
58, right over. Rap. Jack. Shoot. Watch ball. 58's the money. 58's the money. And here we go. Watch the pass.
Again, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 58's the money. 58's the money. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. That's it. 58's Mike.
Yeah, that's what I do. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58's the Mike.
Here we go, D.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 6-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
In your face.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Let's go, touchdown.
An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0.
The Browns take over 1st and 10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
First down, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at him while you've got him rocked.
Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Right here.
Brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's got his man, Hilton. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Mayfield to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. 59 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ready. 60 out low. Check 53 Mike. It's going to be good.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again here with Mack. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Tonight's final score.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Colts, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.